Hi guys. Welcome to Sports Trend. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about top 10 goalkeeper will be in FIFA 2022. So make sure to watch the full video. Every World Cup cycle, the same question pops into the minds of soccer fans. Why can't insert player do that for insert club team? These players pop into the national consciousness for a few short weeks in the summer, then return to obscurity as soon as the final whistle blows. Mexico seemingly thaws out Guillermo Ochoa from his frozen cocoon every 4 years, reviving an unbeatable colossus between the sticks. Jordan Pickford remembers how to play soccer again as he thrives with a competent defense in front of him. Keylor Navas carries the dreams of an entire rainforested nation on his shoulders, and always comes through. In the short tournament format, a strong goalkeeper can be the difference between a group stage exit and a place in the semi-finals. With such an emphasis placed on the man between the posts, these are the 10 best goalkeepers at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Best goalkeepers at 2022 FIFA World Cup. 10. Keylor Navas. The hardest decision with these rankings was who to leave off this list. Yassine Bounou has quietly been one of the best keepers in La Liga with Sevilla. Andre Onana is very talented but hasn't played much recently. Manuel Neuer and Edouard Mendy were the most difficult cuts. Neuer has not been the same keeper since his foot injury in 2017-18, while Mendy has been solid for Chelsea but nothing more. Jordan Pickford and Kasper Schmeichel were left off the list due to their EPL struggles over the past few years. So why does Keylor Navas get the nod here? His 2021-22 campaign was no more impressive than any of the keepers in the honorable mention category. But he has consistently been an above-average shot stopper for Real Madrid and PSG, plus he always seems to find another gear when donning the Costa Rican jersey. Expect more of the same in Qatar. 9. David De Gea. Spanish national team manager Luis Enrique has made it clear that he favors Athletic Bilbao shot stopper Unai Simon as his number one. Stylistically, Simon and his sweeping ability are a better fit for Enrique's system, but it is hard to argue Simon is a better keeper than David De Gea. The Manchester United man is still one of the best shot stoppers on the planet, and he is an above-average keeper, even if he struggles coming off his line. 8. Jose Sa. In terms of pure shot stopping, no EPL keeper had a better year than Jose Sa in 21-22, and it wasn't even close. While this showing is a surprise, the bigger shock is that the Wolves keeper has still yet to make his first international appearance for Portugal. During the past calendar year, Portugal manager Fernando Santos has started Rui Patricio, who has been in decline since Portugal's Euro 2016 title, and Diogo Costa, an unproven 22-year-old who did not become a starter at the club level until the 21-22 season, ahead of Jose Sa in goal. Even Lions' Anthony Lopes, one of the best goalkeepers in League One, can barely get a game under Fernando Santos. Truly baffling. If Santos starts anyone other than Jose Sa between the posts, it could be the costliest decision at the 2022 World Cup. 7. Wojciech Szczesny. Remember when Szczesny was an inconsistent, mistake-prone keeper for Arsenal? His Gunners' career seemingly endured forever, but by age 24 he reached a crossroads. Serie A beckoned, and the Polish netminder finally realized his potential, first with Roma and then Juventus, quietly transforming into one of the game's most dependable goalkeepers. 6. Mike Maignan. Is it time for a new keeper for Les Bleus? Hugo Lloris is the French incumbent, and deservedly so. But after his uncharacteristic down year with Spurs, the starting spot should be an open competition heading into the winter. For most countries, one so-so season would not bring change, but most countries don't have Mike Maignan as a backup goalkeeper. Maignan had a phenomenal title-winning campaign with Lille in 20-21, then moved to AC Milan. And had an even better year in Serie A, earning Goalkeeper of the Year honors in the Italian top flight. The 27-year-old has 135 fewer international caps than his countrymen but has made a serious case over the last 2 years to be the French number one. 5. Yann Sommer. Sommer is one of those keepers who goes unnoticed until you open up FIFA and realize he is an 85 overall. Followers of international football will know otherwise. The Borussia Mönchengladbach player has been a steady presence during Switzerland's footballing resurgence over the past decade with strong performances at the World Cup and European Championships. This year, his 5.0 goals prevented more than expected, ranked in the 88th percentile among Big 5 European keepers, firmly planting summer in the top 10 of our rankings. 4. Hugo Lloris. At first glance, Hugo Lloris is in decline. His shot stopping in 21-22 was his worst since FIFA started tracking advanced goalkeeper stats in 2017, and his distribution still leaves a lot to be desired. Yet even in a down year, Lloris was still an above-average keeper, as he was worth 7.34 expected goals to Spurs in the EPL. Such is the standard set by the Tottenham keeper. Mike Maignan will deservedly get a look in goal, but Hugo Lloris is still a top 5 keeper in the world. 3. Ederson. We all know Ederson is one of the best keepers in the world, but the stats show that in recent seasons the Brazilian has not been as good as his reputation has been hyped up to be. Across the Premier League and the Champions League this past season, Ederson allowed 4.7 more goals than expected. His sweeping and distribution are still elite, but he ranked behind Alisson, Lloris, Mendy and even Aaron Ramsdale in terms of overall value and goals for his team. A keeper cannot be defined by 9 months of slightly substandard shot stopping, but Ederson's performances in the first half of the 22-23 campaign will be something to monitor. 2. Thibaut Courtois. Recency bias may be in play, given that Courtois was an absolute rock for Los Blancos last season, but the Belgian deserves such a favorable ranking. In 13 Champions League matches for Real in 21-22, the Belgian keeper prevented 5.1 more goals than expected, an almost unheard of rate. He has been equally staunch domestically, allowing 0.71 goals per game in La Liga over the last 3 seasons. Courtois' save against Neymar in 2018 is a moment that will go down in World Cup lore, and the Belgian will add to his international legacy in Qatar. 1. Alisson. A few years ago, there were multiple keepers in conservation for being the best in the world. Manuel Neuer, Ederson, Alisson, Jan Oblak and even Hugo Lloris had legitimate arguments for deserving the top spot. In recent seasons, all 5 have played very well, but only one has performed at a level worthy of pulling away from the competition: Alisson. The Liverpool man is the complete modern goalkeeper. And while he is built in the same mold as Brazilian teammate Ederson, he outperforms the Man City keeper in nearly every facet of the game, except possibly distribution. This race was a no contest. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.